You better be nice. We're not doing anything illegal. Everything that we do is 100% legal in the state of Oklahoma. I don't. Well, what's up, guys? It's Daniel from Arms Family Homestead, and as you can see, we're pouring money into the fleet here. Everything's thirsty. Takes a lot of diesel to keep these machines running, but I'm gonna get a lot of work done here at the Mill Creek property today. I hope. I'm gonna do some mowing with the TYM tractor. It's there's just so much tall, standing, dead grass in areas that need to be cleaned up that really isn't covered in brush, and this is a lot more economical on fuel and a lot faster mowing than trying to do it with the skid steer, and a lot less rough on the ground. But I did bring a set of pallet forks with me today, and later, I don't know if it's this morning or earlier this afternoon, DJ's supposed to come over here and help me. We're going to use the pallet forks to go reposition the storage shed that we're converting into a hunting blind. I got everything cleaned out where I want it to go, but I need a extra set of eyeballs or two, because I'm going to try anyways to use the pallet forks to get under it and then run some straps around the building. Only need to lift it a few inches off the ground, but we're going to try to lift it, reposition it, and I brought a bunch of cinder blocks and 4x4 posts and stuff to kind of level it out a little bit. So anyways, sounds like diesel's about finished dumping in. I'm gonna have to hold this one and finish it off here, and I've already put about 10 gallons in the skid steer, so we should be fueled up and ready for the day. Well, DJ just called and said she's almost here, so we're going to switch gears, quit mowing for a little while, and see if we can move this shed into place. So I'm going to hook up the pallet forks and everything. She should be here in just a couple minutes, and I really just need a spotter. I need somebody to make sure when I'm in the skid steer, because you're going to have a 10-foot wide wall, you know, directly in front of the skid steer. Can't see anything, so just need a spotter, really. Looky there. amigos? Any of you got a collar? Come here. You better be nice. The middle one has a collar on. Hey, puppy dogs. Hey, puppy dogs. Are you gonna be nice? Yeah? Who do you belong to? Hey. Golly, you're a little bit scary. You big Anatolian shepherd looking thing. Hey, do you got a collar? Does it have a name on it? Probably not. Be still. Hang on. No ID tags. Well, that's a bummer. But, where do you three live? Are you from around here? Where's mom and dad? Because, y'all can't be sticking around here chasing deer. You hear me? I really don't know if they belong to anyone or not. I mean, obviously, one's got a collar. He did at one time at least, but... Come here. Come here. Hang on. I see blood. You got a little blood on you right there? Sit. Huh. Well, they're friendly, so they shouldn't be too wild. That one acts just like Bear. You see him shaking? See his lips shaking? His teeth are chattering? Because he's not sure about me, and I'm not sure about him either, so... Okay, so the dogs were friendly. They weren't mean, but nobody had a name, no identification on their collar. There was only one of them had a collar, so they're gone now. They did leave. I'm not sure what to do about the situation because, well, they're obviously just hanging out where we plan on deer hunting, and that's not going to be cool. So I'm going to do some research in the neighborhood, I guess, now that I have video and pictures up close of them. So now on the building moving situation, I was hoping I could get 2 or 3 straps around this thing. I'm really just using the strap for stabilizing it. I'm not really trying to use it to lift all the weight. Obviously the forks aren't big enough to go all the way under, but they're about halfway. And really, all I need to do is get it just this far off the ground so that I can back up and pivot. Pivot! Pivot! I knew that was coming. Oh, you're good.
It's dragging on this corner. Wait. It's dragging the ground on this corner.
Dragging's okay. Is it pulling it apart?
It might.
Well, our building is in place and all up on blocks. All four corners and the porch have concrete cinder blocks underneath, so everything's off the ground. Now, I didn't get it tucked back in as close to those trees as I would like, but it will be shaded for the most part, because early deer season, it can be warm in Oklahoma, like in the 90s, high 80s, low 90s. It's really too hot for that. That's made for, you know, cooler weather, late rifle season stuff. But anyways, it is in here and ready to be transformed from a shed to a deer blind. So we'll probably cut some windows, you know, 2 windows in the front, and then one about right here and one about right there, and we'll have us a nice deer blind. Now, in the last video, I had a lot of people saying, you know, we could paint it different colors, paint it green and tan and brown and camouflage it and all of that stuff. Really, honestly, there's no need. The deer will get so used to this being here in no time, it won't even affect them. And while I can't quite say that we tucked it into the timber like I'd hoped or planned, I actually kind of did a little too much cleanup, really. But we can still approach from the timber side and stay a little bit hidden. And there's no need to paint it camouflage and all that. The only painting I'll do is paint the inside black, because the darker you can make that inside, you wear dark clothes, you don't even have to wear camouflage, wear black. And I love hunting on the ground. I'm a ground blind hunter. I hate being up in a tree anymore. I grew up hunting in tree stands. They're uncomfortable, they're dangerous, and they're not great for kids. And that's the way I love to hunt. So anyways, got the ground blind moved. Now I think I'll go back and get back in that tractor where it's nice and cool and do a little more mowing. Wildlife food right there, some deer food. This tree is a persimmon tree, and it is absolutely loaded down with persimmons. Matter of fact, the limbs are hanging down from the weight. Well, I decided to stop here at the cabin and take a break for a minute, let the tractor cool down a little bit. It's still unbelievably hot, and after a couple hours of mowing, that thing will start to overheat. So you have to kind of take that screen out, clean it off, knock as much of the dust out of there as you can, clean the air filter, and let it cool down for a little bit. And once we get completely done for the day, I'll wash the radiator out and everything, clean all the dust. And when it's just dry and dusty, and you got all the leaves and seeds and debris from all that grass, it just clogs everything up. But you know, sometimes I just need to talk, I guess. But you know, I love spending time out here working, anywhere working, you know, on a piece of equipment. I love driving a tractor or the skid steer, whatever, because it's just that alone time, and it gives me a chance to sit and think and ponder and wonder and talk to God, I guess. I don't know, but it's my peaceful place, I guess. And I don't know, I've just been thinking, like the other day I posted the last video I posted, I was out here working, and at the end of it, I got to talking about Granger's new book, Like a River, and kind of just quick rundown. Hey guys, check this book out, read it, and talking about Granger's story and all that. And and to me, just me personally, Granger is someone that I look up to, and that I call a friend, and someone that that I can look at and see a change in his life. In the book, Granger was talking. He talked about dog tag Christians, and it's a whole story of itself. I don't want to go into that, but basically just Christians that are lukewarm, and he said he was. And after River died, and Granger went through some really dark times, some really deep depressions, and that's totally understandable. Grief is hard. I can't imagine losing a child, but something happened. There was a miracle that happened in Granger's life, and I think it's obvious to anyone out there that something pulled Granger out of a depression that he couldn't pull himself out of, and that something was Jesus, was Christ, and his whole life has turned to 180. He was like he said on stage, a touring country music artist, could get up on the stage and people chant his name, and that's very self-fulfilling. But in his darkest, loneliest, the most depressed time, Christ stepped in and saved him. Saved his life, literally. And I respect that. I look up to that. I understand that. But when I posted that video, and I don't harp on haters' comments too much, but there was a few comments that really bothered me, that really bugged me. And, then I went over to Granger's page, not the Smith's channel, but just the Granger Smith channel where he does all his podcasts. And I was just curious if any of our followers had gone over there and, subscribed or left comments. The third comment that I read was disgusting. Let me read it to you. You make more money on YouTube than you ever did in music. You are using your son's death to push this, our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ BS. If God was real, then why isn't River still here? Why are you still making money because of his death? He drowned in your pool because none was watching him. Not even this fake God you keep pushing on people. And that's just hard to read. Like, how in the world does someone think it's okay to even think that, much less type it and put it out there to a person, to another human being? Whether you believe in God and in Christ, I don't care what you believe, that's just wrong. But here's the thing. So I do believe in Jesus Christ. I believe that God created the earth. This is not an accident. I spend way too much time in nature to look at nature and go, man, that just happened on its own. And just a big bang, poof, and yeah, wow. No, it was created. The human eye alone, you think about the human eyeball, that wasn't an accident. It didn't just evolve over time. Anyways, but let's say God is real, okay? Because I believe. And I'm a believer, and I die and I go to heaven. Hopefully that's the case. But that's great, right? Okay. So what if you, what are the bad, everything that's in the Bible, everything that Christ taught was good, okay? So let's say we're all wrong. Let's say Christ wasn't who he said he was, and God doesn't exist, but you still believed. You're just a better person, okay? But if you don't believe, the risk you're taking is hell for eternity. Like, Christ taught, to love people, okay? What's wrong with that? That's great. If we're wrong, so, well, then we loved people. We were nice to people. We helped people. But if we're right, and you didn't believe, hell's gonna hurt. Simple as that. I don't know. Anyways, but there was a few other comments that were left on my video, and I don't understand people. Like, if you're gonna attack me or any other content creator in the comments, how do you not just expect you're gonna get blocked? You're gonna leave one comment, and if we see it, it's gonna get you blocked. But listen to this. So deer hunting is now feeding them all year, putting up a blind so they can't see you but can see them because you have trail cams. They come to you and you kill them. Fishing is stocking a pound, not a pond, feeding the fish all year, and then they come to you and you kill them. The role model for your son is a close friend. He has a concert, sees you and your son in the crowd, and doesn't invite you backstage because he sent you a book. He sent the same book to my friend with the same waiver. She has over 14 million subs, and he didn't want to pay her. Granger Smith is a fraud. Earl Dibbles Jr. Then this one. So he becomes a pastor. Does that mean he's even one tiny bit more likely to hear from, quote, God he professes to believe in, and to learn from that monster why his son had to go drown in a pool? How is that okay? As far as the deer hunting, putting up feeders and ground blinds and feeding fish in a pond, like, we're not doing anything illegal. Everything that we do is 100% legal in the state of Oklahoma. I don't care what hunting in Montana or Wyoming is like. If you got to backpack in 3 miles and camp for 3 days and harvest an animal, quarter it up, pack it out one piece at a time, that's fun. I want to go do that. That's not where I live. What I'm doing is just the common way of doing things in my area. And as far as the fish in the pond, that makes my head hurt. But anyways, I don't understand how people think that stuff's okay. Those comments like that are okay. I don't, like I said, 99.5% of the comments we get on social media are great. They're awesome. I love you guys. I love that you leave those kind of comments. And I know we're not all going to agree. And that's just the facts, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. But to some of the things that people say, like about a family who lost their son in a tragic accident that happens around the world every day. The comments, the things that people say that are that horrible to another human make me sick. It's just all there is to it. And yeah, I try not to address the negative in the comment section, but sometimes it's scary where our world is at. It's scary what kind of people are out there. And I know so there's just going to be keyboard warriors, people that are sitting behind a screen or on their phone and type all that out and hit send, and nobody knows who they are. But golly, did you not learn the golden rule in school, in kindergarten? The golden rule is simple to follow, even on the internet. But anyways, I know I'm rambling, but guys, listen, I don't care if what I say even makes sense sometimes, but I just got to get it off my chest. and here's the thing. I love what our friend Granger is doing. I love this journey he's on because it's teaching me lessons. Someone made a comment on my video when I was talking about Granger. I said something along the lines that we were just like everyone else. We bought tickets and we were just normal people in the crowd. And they kind of got snappy with me because they were like, well, what else would you be? Well, you better be normal people. If you're not normal people, I'm not watching if you think you're somebody special. And that wasn't it. That wasn't the case at all. I was simply saying we bought tickets just like the other, whatever, 5,000 people that were there, because the previous 2 concerts of Granger's that we had attended, we had backstage or side stage passes, all access passes. And that one night was a very huge special thing for that band, for that whole group, all 20 something people that travel with them, plus all their families. That was about them, not me. I was just saying we were there to support a friend and someone that I look up to and my son looks up to. And I said in that video that Granger's a great role model for Houston, and I believe that. But it'll be interesting to see where this journey takes him. But anyways, I'm gonna get back to work. Tractor should be cooled off by now. I'm gonna do a little bit more mowing. It's about 3 o'clock, so I'm gonna wrap up, clean up. It's a Friday evening. We're gonna be going to some small town football. Our home team, our hometown, is playing at home. First game of the year tonight. I don't have any family, any kids on that team, but I've got a lot of friends' kids on that team. So we'll go do some small town football in southern Oklahoma. So guys, let's get back to work. Well, I guess before I take back off, I could show you at least a little bit of a finished product. The field right here across from the cabin is all cleaned up and everything. It's just, right out the front door. And this, when we bought this property a couple of years ago, we had a forestry mulcher hired to come in and do some cleanup. And basically from the driveway over, from here that direction, you couldn't walk through it. It was solid brush. And I'm just trying to keep the trees and brush from growing back up, so I just mow it once a year or so. And we hunted right here. Houston and I sat in the cabin and did quite a bit of hunting in this little spot. Well, this grass looks rough. Without any rain on it, it just straight up died. There's not much left. Well, I think that's where I'm going to call it a day. Have you ever wondered, maybe this is a rhetorical question, I guess, but why do we like to watch other people work? I know for me, when I sit down and watch YouTube content, I watch a lot of different things, but I watch a lot of channels where people are just working. They're building their farm, they're building fences, we're doing tractor work, equipment work. Why is it we just enjoy watching other people work? I don't know. Those are very popular videos on my channel. I mean, like today, we really didn't, well, we did a lot. I say us did a lot, But it wasn't anything special, just some brush hogging, some mowing. But I don't know. Anyways, guys, that's all I've got for today. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. You guys have a great day. And as always, we'll see you on the next video.